Welcome to my 20 tips video. This is the debut episode, and if you guys really like it or enjoy it, I'll keep making these for every hero in Dota. So smash that like button and leave a comment telling me who I should cover next. If everything is done correctly, it will be impossible for TUSK to activate skills that have an animation and are cast at close range. To do this, you need to enable autocast on TUSK's ultimate and then just hit the ground. This works, for example, with Legion Commander's ultimate, Axe's Taunt, and Magnus's Skewer. For instance, you can use this to bait a Magnus when trying to take the high ground. Just click on the ground to attack and stand AFK in a tempting position for Magnus. Most of the time, Magnus won't be able to resist and will want to skewer you away. The shards grant unobstructed vision at the endpoint. On a mid-tusk, for example, you can use this to speed up your farm. You light up a jungle camp with the shards and then use Snowball to travel straight to it without having to path around the trees. On top of that, the Snowball will destroy the trees, making it easy to stack that camp without straying too far from the mid lane. To stack, you need to throw the shards at the 54-second mark. The shard vision can also be used to escape a fight by lighting up a neutral camp you can run to, or to check high ground to deward and scope things out, or as an option to check what enemies are doing at Roshan. By the way, you can pick up items while inside Snowball, including the Aegis. If autocast is enabled on his ultimate, it will trigger on reflected spells with a basic attack. The level 25 right talent also works with this mechanic. Tag team works on all of TUSK's controlled units, meaning your creep from Dominator essentially gets 100 damage per hit, plus the slow on every attack. See how much a troll summoner hits for without the spell, and how much it hits for with it. Overall, Helm of the Dominator on TUSK looks pretty strong because it fixes the hero's main issue in a core position, TUSK's slow farm speed. In addition, you get a creep that benefits from the plus 100 tag team damage, which is huge in early game team fights. The Dominator creep can be carried in Snowball, but it won't increase the Snowball damage. Only the slow works on illusions, they don't apply the extra damage. It's very easy to cast shards behind yourself. You basically need to click the front part of the circle drawn underneath your hero model. The approximate area is shown in red on the diagram. You can use this trick to get down from the high ground or climb up onto it. You can also cast back-facing shards while moving using Shift Q. To do this, right-click the ground, hold Shift, cast shards a bit past that point, and then right-click again in the direction you want to move. You can use shards to push yourself out of Disruptor's kinetic field, Nature's Prophet's sprout trees, or Mars's arena. However, the Mars move is tricky because you have to time it to push yourself out in the short window between the arena's shoves, which happen once per second. You can also pull an ally out from the edge of Void's chronosphere. If you're in a really tough matchup, like against Huskar or Viper, you can block almost every creep wave with shards. This prevents Huskar from keeping the lane static, allowing you to get at least some farm safely under your tier 1 tower. As you level up, the shard's duration increases, so the creep waves will meet closer and closer to your T1. If you cast Snowball on a hero with Lotus Orb, the enemy will stay inside the Snowball for its full duration, because he does not have a button to cancel the reflected Snowball. That's 3 seconds before the Snowball launches and 3 seconds at maximum travel duration. So, if you cast Snowball into a Lotus and immediately run away from the target, you can effectively disable an enemy core from a fight for 6 seconds, even through a BKB. 6 seconds is the full minimum duration of a Black King bar. Plus, during the Snowball, you can reposition yourself to a spot where the enemy will be easily killed after their BKB ends. However, remember that enemies inside the Snowball can still cast all their spells, while allies cannot cast anything. The ultimate, when cast with autocast, activates slightly further away than when manually cast. Sometimes, the time spent taking a small step toward the hero can be clutch. TUSK's allies can willingly jump into the snowball by right-clicking on it. It doesn't matter how far away an ally is hitting, the spell works on all hits around Tusk. Allies cannot be pulled into Snowball if they are inside a black hole or a chrono. If the enemy has an Aeon Disc, it will still block the damage from the ultimate, even if they are under a nullifier. In this case, you need to pop their disc first with other spells or an auto attack, and then hit the punch. Thanks for checking out this guide. Which hero tip did you like the most? Drop a comment or share your own.